income taxes, lower taxes for Australian small businesses, lower company taxes, lower taxes on business investment, all of it incentivised to make our economy stronger and all of it delivering economic strength that would be threatened and jeopardised if Labor gets in and applies yet another big spending, big taxing approach that would destroy the type of growth in jobs and opportunities we've seen for Australians. We, of course, also had Mr Albanese's budget reply speech last night, a speech devoid of any economic plan, with no plan for the economy, no plan for jobs, no plan for lower taxes, nothing in there to show how they would keep the economy going, jobs going, and fund the type of excessive promises they seem to want to be making. But it's also curious because last night Mr Albanese spoke about Labor's plans in relation, allegedly, to aged care, giving an opaque commitment to supporting higher wage growth. Yet the Health Services Union come out and say that Labor have committed to fully support their claim for a 25% pay rise. That's what the HSU says about Mr Albanese. Why is this suspicious? Because only a week ago the HSU was saying they would make significant contributions to the Labor Party if the Labor Party backed in the Health Services Union. So what backroom deal has been done? What secret plans are there between Labor and the Health Services Union to ensure that Labor gets the benefits of Health Services Union contributions to the Labor Party campaign, that Labor basically goes out and makes these sorts of opaque promises in the Parliament just to get union patronage for their campaign?
Industrial umpire will make this decision, will decide whatever it should be, 25% or less, whatever. Whichever party is in government will have to honour that pay rise, won't they? What's the difference between you and Labor? You both have to honour the industrial umpire's decision on this. So what's the difference?
So, Joe, you're right that the industrial umpire will ultimately make the decision. We will make sure, as we do in wage cases generally, that the industrial umpire has the information and evidence it needs to make an informed decision. But we're not going out there making any sort of promises or implying any sort of promises about what that decision will be. We back the independence of the umpire to make that call themselves. It's the Labor Party who's saying that they're going to write a letter to the umpire saying that they want to see higher spending or higher wages in this sector. But they're being disingenuous in saying in the Parliament and in their media interviews that it's just a generic call, yet it would seem, in their private discussions with the Health Services Union, they're saying something different. Mr Albanese needs to front up and be very clear. Is it the full 25% ask of the Health Services Union that the Labor Party is going to make a submission calling for? Will that be the content of their submission? Tell us the truth, tell us the detail, because last night's plan lacked any detail. In terms of how a coalition government would respond to that wage case, well, it's identified in the statement of risks in the budget papers in the ordinary way. We'd respond in ways like we have with the aged care sector already. We invested $19.2 billion more in aged care reform over last budget and this budget, notably addressing areas like home care support for Australians, which Labor has completely overlooked, because we want to give the support to Australians to have the choice to stay in their own home with care there, as well as the opportunity to have high-quality residential aged care if necessary. But if there is a wage determination that has impacts on the sustainability of the aged care sector, well, then we would sit down and work with the sector through any of those implications.
Minister, the government says the fundamental question they asked Mr Albanese was raise taxes in the funds to the coalition.